Hello everyone, this is your average gamer, a lazy name. Today's topic is Call of Duty versus Battlefield. And it's come to my attention as I watched the YouTubers about Call of Duty or Battlefield. There will be arguments on saying which is better. I find it really annoyed at it, so I decided to make this video to show the pros and cons of each game. Well, it's just going to be my research. So I wanted to address to you those people that have one side for a game. And I think it's better because the other game doesn't have this, like point 1, 2, or 3. They will be called radicals for the rest of the discussion, and they are radicals for this game. They want to prove their game is better when giving the other side a hard time. I can break this up into 4 parts. Each of these sides are going to be radicals. The first 2 parts are the one-sided gamers. So for this case, it would be Call of Duty side gamers or in Battlefield side. They are both radicals. They believe that the game is better than the other, and then there's going to be gamers that like both of them. They like both games, so they try to act like the angels or saviors, saying, "I like this thing." They are also going to be called radical as well. Let's show how good of a gamer they are. Sorry. Now there is the fourth side, and this is called the gamers that hate both sides. Thus, I call them radicals. Usually they try to prove that both games are not that great, and they won't accept any evidence that they are just fine. So I'll begin by talking about the one-sided gamers first. These are commonly known as fanboys, and they love the game. They just love playing Call of Duty, or they love playing Battlefield. They're just those gamers. Now, when I see Snack talk about the opposite of their game, they're going to be defending it, saying how it's better, and they're going to try to get a good point across. This is actually fanboys are really great for the community because it shows that there are people who love a game and makes this game a successful one. Now, the only downside is that I find is that they gain the ego. It makes them believe that there's the best game ever. I'm going to use the statement, for example, Call of Duty is the best game ever. That statement alone can mean multiple things, but the way I take it is that it's either the best arcade shooter, or it can mean that the best game tops all other games. Both these statements can be false according to how you take it, and so we can't say that Call of Duty is the best game ever. It's all because this is all subjective to the person. So I'm going to actually say that I'm going to use this example. There is a person that's saying that. Let's just say that it's someone that doesn't have an Xbox or a PS3, and he goes to have to play. What do you say then? He can just be. This is like the time he plays Call of Duty or Battlefield, and and he likes it. He enjoys playing those games, and he doesn't own his own Xbox or PS3. He just finds that game fun, and he likes it. He may not know of any other game that'd be better. Sorry, I had to take a water there. On the flip side, we can say that this statement is that someone owns either an Xbox or a PS3, and we can say that he prefers one game over another. And because of this, it's all up to subjectiveness and see which one do you like better. So you can let me restate. On the flip side, this could be said from someone that owns either an Xbox or a PS3 and prefers one game over another because of the mechanics. One-sided radicals are the ones that usually buy all the DLC coming from the games because they love it. Like for Call of Duty example, I actually bought the season pass because I like Call of Duty. I find it fun, and I also wanted to try it out. People shouldn't excite for loving a game. It's just imagine if you love someone, you have like a crush or something. Now imagine everyone says, "No, they're not. You guys are not meant for each other," even though you guys were perfect. People are going to say that, and how would you react? So I can say, let them, and then just leave them alone. You don't have to bring them down. Just let them enjoy their game. So next we have our kind of the angels or saviors. This is the people who love both sides of the games, and I get their attention. It's like I like how they wanted to break up the argument, but when they want to comment on everything, saying, "Oh, I like both games." It's going to go downhill from there because there are going to be people, especially the next group of people, they're going to say, "No, you're bad at this. Stay out of it." So I recommend just get out of the conversation. Don't bother. because people who say that they're going to be quoted as "you're a goody two shoes." What do you want? So that's why I want to like just warn you, stay out of them. I am like part of this group. I love playing both games, and if I see myself in that situation, I kind of regret it. Now, people in this group, the people in the group, the Angels, they're going to be called in a place called No Man's Land. We have the one-sided radicals where we can say for World War I, actually, let me go ahead and explain No Man's Land. This term was used in World War I with trench warfare. If you don't know what trench warfare is, basically it's a big ditch going in a single line, and you got both armies fight each other there. And in between each trench, there's an area that was called No Man's Land. It was where either snipers had a clear view. If you were in this area, snipers had a clear view of you. Mortars can just raid bombs at you, and then machine gun mounts can just take you out. It's not the best place to be, but many people had to go do it. They had to run across and push to the next trench. So my final recommendation is just stay out of it, and you'll be fine. Now, the final group of people, which I personally don't like, is the people who hate Call of Duty or hate Battlefield. They hate both games because they just find it both pathetic. To say. So commonly, I'm going to use Call of Duty as an example again because I can use it really fast. Is that they say Call of Duty is the same every year? Now, that's true. That's not true. Each Call of Duty has a different mechanic. It brings in add-ons and takes out items. So we're going to be using Infinity Ward games called Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare, we had some very highly used perks, Juggernaut and Stopping Power. I remember seeing a lot of people use those perks. Now, as we move on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, they removed Juggernaut, which happened for most people. However, the entire gameplay changed. Because of that, everyone started using Stopping Power. Sometimes Danger Close because of the grenade launching. I'm not going to say YouTube because that's the incorrect term. So with the mechanics of the game changed, and you had to adapt to it and play differently. You're going to use Stopping Power to get the extra bullet damage, or sometimes the Danger Close, or maybe Danger Close if you want to use your kill streaks. And then Modern Warfare 3 came by another 2 years, and then both perks were gone. Those perks gone, so everything changed. They introduced Assassin and Quick Draw. Quick Draw was one of my favorites. But Assassin, being off the radar for almost everything, was a very good perk. Quick Draw was also a good perk. You had that extra few milliseconds to kill someone. These changed how the game worked. These all changed how you played the game. Now, I'm going to go off the different subject. Is what about? I want to know, why do people in this category go on YouTube and type up these videos? What is their point? Are they trying to be a troll and mess with people? That's the only thing I get right now. Because why are you watching videos about Call of Duty or Battlefield and you hate both sides? What is the point? Thus, that's why I think they are radicals, because they're just usually messing with you. Call of Duty and Battlefield, they're both really great games. However, they're entirely different. Call of Duty has more fast-paced action. It welcomes running and gunning. As you see in this video, I've been running and gunning all this time. And then there's Battlefield. It takes the path approach. It has a bigger map. You have vehicles. It's more team-based. So we're going to use the classic game mode Team Deathmatch. That's very common. You just kill other people and just get. In Call of Duty, I average around 7 minutes per game. I finish a Team Deathmatch in 7 minutes. It varies on other people. In Battlefield, I play Team Deathmatch, and then it takes a very long time. It's because of the big maps. It's a very long time. So you're going to have to play differently to get to your objective. So yeah, I have played both games, and I personally feel like I enjoy Call of Duty more than Battlefield because I started with Call of Duty first. And then I wasn't introduced to Battlefield until like very late, like when I first heard of it when Bad Company 2 was released. So, but I'm not going to be forcing my opinion off you. I just want to show my opinion to the community. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, and this is the game. Thank you, and I hope you have a nice day.
Objective parameters obtained.